Friends, today I am going to explain a movie which completely blew me away. Who knows, I might even succeed in tearing you apart. Salute to the director and writer of this film. From a worthless person like me, the story begins today. The film takes place at a time when humans hadn't fully evolved and still lived in caves. We see a tribe comprised of very powerful men. But among them was a man named Jonga, who was so weak that everyone feared him. The tribe's leader, Tonda, he was more powerful than all of them, and the entire tribe feared him. Now, as soon as morning came, the tribe would go out in search of food, and upon finding it, they would. Later, they would return to their respective caves. Jaga was also searching for food, and while searching, he came across a man-eating tree. It was his good fortune that the tree was full, so it let Jonga live. Meanwhile, the tribe spent the day searching for food. But today, no one. They find nothing, so they all return to their cave. We learn that many beautiful girls also lived in this cave, but the most beautiful of them all was Lana was a prisoner of Sardar Tonda, who brought her food. On the other hand, no one had received any food today, so they were all about to go to bed hungry. Just then, Jonga also came to his cave and sat down in a corner, dejected. Meanwhile, Lana was preparing to sleep with Sardar. Jonga is very hungry, so he takes out the fruit he's hidden for emergencies. But just as he's about to eat it, he spots Lana. We learn that Jonga had a crush on Lana and wanted to somehow woo her and get intimate with her. So Lana approaches him and gives him the fruit to eat. But as soon as he leaves, the Kamkal Lana gives the fruit to the Sardar. She gives it to him. Seeing this, Jonga is disheartened and his dream of being intimate with Lana is shattered. The next day, the tribe members spot some new fruit at a nearby location. Then, on the Sardar's request, Jonga starts plucking and eating the fruits so they can find out whether those fruits are poisonous or not. But they aren't poisonous. Seeing an opportunity, Jonga hides some of the fruit, but then he faints. This means those fruits could have rendered anyone unconscious. After a while, Jonga regains consciousness. As soon as he does, he sees A. He cuts the fruit and mixes the sedative with it. Meanwhile, the tribe hadn't had any food that day, so they drank all the water. They were surviving by drinking. Meanwhile, Jonga went to Lana again and offered her the fruit, believing that Lana would. She will give the fruit to Sardar, and when Sardar becomes unconscious after eating the fruit, he will have a great time with Lana. Lana will then give the fruit to Sardar. She gives it to him. But this time, Sardar eats only a little of the fruit and gives the rest to Lana. After a while, night falls and Lana and Sardar fall unconscious after eating the fruit. They were finished. Just then, Jonga came to Lana and tried to wake her up, unaware that Lana had eaten the fruit along with Sardar. Then Jonga came with her. He tries to get intimate, but he can't. Finally, exhausted, he falls asleep next to Lana. The next morning, as soon as Sardar opens his eyes, he finds Jonga sleeping next to Lana. Seeing this, he becomes enraged and runs after him, determined to kill him. He tries his best to catch him, but Jonga somehow manages to escape. After a short distance, Jonga meets his friend Topa. Topa was not part of any tribe, but he would occasionally visit his friend Jonga. The two friends then set out to find food, and while searching, they came across a swamp. On the other side of this swamp, a blind man and his daughter wandered by. She was walking. They had also come here to look for food. Meanwhile, the blind man slips and falls into the swamp, and his daughter starts screaming. Hearing the girl's voice, they both come to her and somehow pull her father out of the swamp. The girl then tells him her name is Mion. We see Mion fall in love with Jonga at first sight. The four of them then bathe in the river, and after bathing, they return to their search for food. They leave, but then suddenly a dinosaur starts chasing them. In fact, this area once housed these very realistic dinosaurs that were able to scare humans. They would kill and eat them. Meanwhile, the chieftain had found a lot of food today. He distributed some of it among his clan, while keeping the rest for himself. He keeps it. That morning, when Jonga and his three companions were sleeping, a man came near them whose footsteps he heard. Jonga awakens. The man is so frightened by the sight of Jonga that he runs and hides in his cave. Meanwhile, Jonga quickly, he approaches his cave and calls him out. We see that the man wasn't alone there. His entire family lived with him. A little later, a dinosaur, seemingly identical to the real one, approaches Jonga. Jonga quickly picks up a pumpkin and throws it at the dinosaur, which gets stuck right in its horn. Because of the pumpkin, the dinosaur cannot see properly, so he gets scared and runs away. Everyone there praises Jonga for his bravery. Then, as night falls, it begins to rain. Jonga and his group have nowhere to stay, so they start looking for a place to shelter from the rain. Then they spot a large tree and hide inside it. We watch. It was raining heavily, accompanied by lightning. Then, lightning struck a tree, setting it ablaze. Now, Jonga and his companions had made their first trip today. They had seen a fire once. After which, they all sat around it to warm themselves, and they enjoyed the warmth. Some other people were watching them from a distance. Then they came to Jonga and told him about themselves. Like Topa, these people also had no clan. Therefore, they now wanted to join Jonga. Jonga also welcomes everyone and includes them in his tribe. After this, everyone sits around a fire and starts cooking the meat. This was the first time these people had cooked and eaten meat. That's why everyone loves it. Such delicious meat. After eating, they become so happy that they start dancing with joy. The next morning, Jonga is the first to wake up, while everyone else in the tribe is asleep. Later, when Jonga climbs a tree, the light starts to fade. Then, he spots a very realistic dinosaur. Jonga quickly wakes up his tribe, who then hide in the trees. That dinosaur had come here to find food, but he doesn't see any humans. Then he steps on some burning wood, burning himself. He runs away in fear. Meanwhile, Jonga had seen all this and understood that with the help of this fire they could face dangers. Later, Sardar Tanda's tribe also reached Jonga's tribe. Upon seeing Jonga, the Sardar became enraged. He wanted to capture and kill him, but Jonga, the chief's tribe, is terrified by the fire, which prevents them from fighting, but they manage to escape with some burning wood. Soon they return to their cave with a fire. Lana, too, is astonished by the sight of the fire. Then a man from the tribe informs everyone. Fire is very dangerous and can burn anyone. Meanwhile, Jonga's tribe is searching for food, but a dinosaur spots them and he starts following them. All the people spot the dinosaur and they're terrified. Just then, while fleeing, Jonga catches hold of the red fruit. He feeds the fruits to the dinosaur, which falls unconscious upon eating them. A short while later, Jonga's tribe reaches the river. The chieftain is there. The tribe was bathing. Seeing the leader, Jonga started running. But then, seeing Lana, he stopped. Suddenly, Lana begins to drift in the water. She cries for help, and Jonga, seeing her, rushes to her aid. He jumps into the water to save Lana. He manages to pull her out of the water. He rescues her and brings her back to his tribe, where they welcome him with great enthusiasm. They also offer him food. Seeing so much food, Lana becomes tempted and tries to woo Jonga. We see that Lana now wanted to be intimate with Jonga, but Mian didn't like this at all, as she also loved Jonga. After a while, he went looking for Lana. Sardar Tanda also arrives there. Upon seeing him, Lana immediately runs to him, while the rest of the Sardar's men are busy seizing girls from another tribe. All the men of Jonga's tribe had gone out to find food, so the chieftain Tanda abducted all the girls from his tribe and took them with him. As soon as Jonga heard this, when he learns of this, he becomes furious. He decides to take revenge on the Sardar. To take revenge, he creates a weapon and, in the process, sets out to light a fire. He also learns this. Then the next day, Jonga's tribe attacks the chieftain's tribe. The chieftain's tribe, on the other hand, had no weapons, so they couldn't hold out for long and soon gave up. Then Sardar Tanda tries to attack Jonga, but he too is unable to withstand Jonga's weapon and is killed. Seeing this, Lana returns to Jonga. Then, at the end of the story, we see Jonga reject Lana because she was a gold digger. He then chooses Mian to be his wife.